Hey, Willie, you're on with Eric Kretz from STP.
All right, Eric, are you there?
Hey, Willie, how's it going?
Great, man. Great to talk to you.
Yeah, thanks.
We have been waiting in Billings, Montana for Stone Temple Pilots to play since 1992.
92 has been a long time, hasn't it?
You guys did play Montana once in 94, but it was over in Missoula.
Oh, okay, that's right, yeah.
Do you remember that show?
It's such a beautiful state. We look forward to getting up there.
Do you remember being in Montana before, Eric? I know it was a while ago.
Yeah, I do. I mean, there's some parts of my memory that it's hard to remember, but that was a really good time back then. First time we came through Montana.
Very cool. You guys are here in Montana right now, correct? I mean, obviously.
No, I'm in Salt Lake City right now.
Oh, you're on your way right now, huh?
Yeah, we're still on the way, so we'll be there pretty soon.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Of course, the big show is tonight, and Metro Park, and things are looking good. Doors open at 7 o'clock. Show starts at 8, and like I said, you guys haven't been here since 1994. A lot has happened, of course, over the course of those many years. I got to tell you, Eric, it's great to see the original members back together. We're all looking really forward to that. What's it like to be back together with all the guys?
Oh, it's great. You know, I mean, like you said, since it's been 1994, it's pretty much the whole rock and roll career has gone on since then. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of headaches. It's been a lot of creative time. You know, a lot of great records since then too. We just keep going at it. It's pretty much part of the course when you're in a band. There's going to be a lot going on all the time. It's not really meant for smooth sailing as a career.
Sure. And you've done a lot outside of Stone Temple Pilots, of course, when you guys are kind of on hiatus. All of you pick up and do other things along the way. Let's talk a little bit about some of the other projects that you've been involved with.
Yeah, so what I did is when we took what we can call a hiatus or whatever you want to name it, I built a recording studio down in Los Angeles, and it was great. I had so many wonderful bands coming in. I was mixing a lot of them, everything from the Mars Volta to Slayer, and Amy Mann would come in, and Death Cab for Cutie, and Iggy Pop, and the list went on and on and on. It was a really wonderful couple of years there, getting away from the touring aspect of music and working in the studio side of it. And now I'm back on the touring side of it. For the last 2 years, we've been going at it nonstop. So,
right on. That's exactly right. Of course, you guys opened up that studio, which is a pretty well-known studio down there.
Yeah, it's called Bomb Shelter.
The Bomb Shelter Studios.
Actually, yeah. The record we did that we put out last year, the self-titled Stone Temple Pilots record, we recorded at my place there, and
right on.
Really great creative space. You know, it's kind of when you have some free time, you kind of put your heart and soul building it, something like that, and then you kind of wonder, like, am I overdoing this? And it turns out to be such a wonderful adventure.
That's always been kind of a dream of mine. I think it's pretty cool that you you get to do that. And a lot of people don't know that with Stone Temple Pilots, it's not, a lot of bands, maybe the lead singer writes all the lyrics or the guitar player, and really forms the songs, but you guys all each individually contribute quite a bit to each album, and you've actually written some of the bigger hits for Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah, some of the stuff there, and back in the early days, we collaborated with Scott on the lyrics, and it seems like over the years, Scott's really kind of just delved into lyrics completely by himself now, which is really nice. He's got he's so well read that way, and we're all kind of finding our space now when we make a record, and the last record we did was 2 years ago.
Right.
So prior to that, it was a good 8 years.
Right.
So, it was quite a break, and it's amazing how quickly we just jumped into having 20 plus songs to kind of choose from and whittle down to the final 11 or 12 that they could usually put on a record. Well,
all of you guys great songwriters. Of course, you along with Scott wrote Plush. You did Tripping on a Hole in a Paper Heart too, did you not?
Yeah, that was a fun little kind of fun song. It's still really fun to play live every night. Great crowd participation on that one. People usually leave with scratchy throats from singing that one so loud. So
yeah, we're all here definitely looking forward to it. Well, just welcome to town, man. We're very excited for the big show tonight and very excited to see you guys. Like I say, every time something. I didn't know who I was going to be interviewing today, so I'm actually glad it was you because I wanted to talk about Scott a little bit. And back in the day, I mean, I think Plush came out when I was like 13. I mean, so I totally, literally grew up with you guys, you know, every step of the way. And so every time you see something new coming from STP, we always get excited. And I honestly, I hate to say this, I honestly didn't ever think I was going to see the day that you guys actually came here because, you know, it's a rocky rock and roll world for the Stone Temple Pilots.
But you know what's really cool, man? We've been, since we've gotten back together, it's been, like I said, 2.5 years of just nonstop touring. And we've done a lot of festivals, and we're over in Europe, and we did some shows with Aerosmith, hanging out with them. And, you know, just talk about the same type of roller coaster of a career, where, you know, with the highs and the lows and the successes and the strangeness and the everybody getting along to not speaking to each other. It's kind of, we felt very kin when we were hanging out with them, and that we had a lot in common.
You know,
and it seems kind of in the same path. And yet, when you watch them and what they do, especially live on stage, and how great they meld together, and how great their communication is with the audience. You know what I mean? It's I really think our path is very similar to that in a lot of ways. That we, you know, especially our live shows are still what is so very strong, and how we, even in our worst moments, is how we still communicate and love each other so much is what we do on stage and how we play these songs.
Right, and you're exactly right about that that situation with Aerosmith. Aerosmith, my all-time favorite band. You guys right up there too. But it's cool that you compare yourselves to that, because I hadn't even thought about it. But a very similar career down the rock and roll path, huh?
it's especially when you're backstage and you're noticing a couple band members aren't talking to each other at all, not even looking at each other, and you just kind of go, okay, we've been there, and then you see them up on stage laughing and having a great time. So
sure. Well, you guys working on a new album as we speak as well?
No, not right now. I think we're going to finish up touring this year. We've been touring a lot, man. We did South America, we did Australia, Southeast Asia. We've just been going at it. Now we got, you know, the big summer U.S. Canada tour kind of happening now. So I think what's going on is we'll probably start working on some new songs early next year, and then we have, you know, the 20th anniversary of Core coming up next year.
Wow.
So we're going to put together some really cool, special, and unique kind of performances to kind of celebrate, you know, the 20 years there for that record.
Well, it's mind-blowing to me to think.
You know, what we'll probably do is keep plugging away at new songs, and hopefully put out an album sometime next year. You know, I don't know when, but once we get in the studio mode, it goes really quick.
I bet. It's crazy to think it's been 20 years since that album. I bet it's even crazier for you to think that.
No, it really is. I mean, you know, you just feel like, God, it's half my life. Where'd it go?
Totally. Are you
been on the road for half my life? It's pretty damn cool.
When you guys are on the road, do you guys share a bus? Do you have separate buses? How does all that work?
Yeah, usually we share a bus and kind of move along. This summer tour, everybody's got families and a lot of little kids, so we're all kind of riding separate buses this time around, because it's kind of, you know, all the kids are out of school, so.
Rock and roll's a little different.
It's more the family summertime run, and then, you know, wintertime comes around, we all hunker down and get in the bus and keep traveling then.
Sure, a little bit different when you got the family with the tour,
yeah, the
huh?
priorities kind of change a little bit then from, you know, selfish 20-year-olds, that's for sure.
I bet. But do you guys still get time to get together and maybe work on some new songs? Are you guys writing stuff on the road, things like that?
All the time, especially with Robert and Dean in the band. You know, you put a guitar in their hand, they're always coming up with something. You know, it never fails. So we don't do sound checks that often, but when we do, it's always coming up with something new and coming up with riffs. And with our set now, we have such a diversity of songs, you know, playing a lot of what we can call the hits, you know, as far as the radio staples, and we keep trying to dig into some deep album cuts to amuse not only ourselves but the audience as well, with some really cool kind of songs that we haven't touched upon in 10 years or 15 years sometimes. Yes, I have, Nick. And with that, we're also trying to do a lot of little jams in between some of the songs. And sometimes those little jams are what turn into songs like Vaseline and a few others, you know.
Cool. Well, you guys touch on some cover songs when you guys tour. Are we looking forward to some cover songs that maybe we're not expecting this time around?
Could be. You know, we have our set list is usually about 80% concrete, and then the rest is just kind of up in the air to like, yeah, let's do that, and you just kind of call it out at the time. So
Oh, that's
Can't
cool.
guarantee it, but you never know. And there's millions of cover tunes out there that are just a blast to play.
Right. Eric, hey man, we're totally looking forward to it. Big show, 7 o'clock. The doors open. The show starts at 8. Eric Kretz, drummer from Stone Temple Pilots. It's been an honor, my friend. We'll see you tonight.
Thank you. All right, we'll see you. Take care.